Hello, good morning once again. Welcome back to our module virtual consultation of the module. We are now in week 7. We are using module number 7 entitled Vertex form of the quadratic function. So what are the objectives or objective that we are to accomplish in this module? So we have only one objective, but it has 3 lessons. First objective, the only one objective is to transform quadratic function from standard form written in f of x is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c into its vertex form written as y is equal to a times the square of the binomial x minus h plus k using either completing the square method or hk method. So to start up with the first lesson, that is writing the vertex form of the quadratic function using completing the square method when a is 1. So what's in? So do you still remember how you got the third term of the perfect square trinomial of the fab 5 given incomplete quadratic equation? Missing ang mga third term, no? So let us try. So do we have the same answer for number 1? Nanong 16 na siya? Okay, later we will discuss. Ngano na 16 na siya? Number 2. How about number 2? 49. Ngano na 49 na siya? Number 3. 64. B squared minus 16b plus 64. The fourth one, n squared plus 7n plus 49 over 4. O fraction ang answer. Then the last one is p squared minus 9p plus 81 over 4. Anong fraction ang answer? Okay. How do we get the third term of the perfect square trinomial based on the lessons in module 1? How did we get? So we square the half of the middle term b. So there are only two terms to. The first term is represented by ax squared. The second term or the middle term is represented by bx. So ang pagkuha dahil sa third term sa perfect square trinomial nga katong mga bakante, di ba, kabante ka sa kada given, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kaya tag 2 terms ra, missing ang third term niya. It is precedented by plus, so meaning naay nagsunod nga number. So giyon sa pagkong 16, 49, 64, 49 over 4 og 81 over 4, ikuha siya pinaagi sa squaring the half of the middle term. So ang middle term sa number 1 kay 8. So half sa 8 is 4. Then ikuha ni mo kuha sa half sa 8 or 8 divided by 2. Ang result is square. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. Then 4 square 16. Number 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 7 square or 7 times 7 49. Number 3. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 square is 64. How about number 4 and 5 when the middle term are odd numbers like 7? Can we get the half of 7? It would give us siguro decimal, no? Pero di mo pwede mag-decimal diri. So the half of 7 is, we will only write 7 over 2. Kaya di man pwede makuha ang half sa 7. So 7 over 2. Then the square of 7 over 2, that is 7 halves times 7 halves. So therefore the result is 49 over 4. And the half of 9 sa number 5, 9 over 2. So the square of 9 over 2 is 9 over 2 times 9 over 2. That would give us 81 over 4. So mo na siya ang illustration to get the third term, the perfect square trinomial. Kanang the square of b over 2. So ax squared plus bx plus the square of the half of b or half of the middle term. So katunga sa b is b over 2. 1 half times b is b over 2. Then the square na yun. So how useful is this process of getting the third term of the perfect square trinomial. So if we will try to recall on module number 1, this process of supplying the third term of the perfect square trinomial is very useful in solving for the roots of the quadratic equation. Example, x squared plus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0 using completing the square method, as the example will be shown here. So the first process, if we only use completing the square method kung ang given trinomial or quadratic equation is not factorable. Para ani, x squared plus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0. Dili na pwede ma-factor. Kaya ba mo nga ang 12 has factors nga 6 times 2. Pwede ba? What if lang nga, given ta lang ang kanang equation is not factorable. So, the process is, we will transfer the third term, positive 12, to the other side of the equation. So that becomes negative 12. Pero based on addition property of equality, that is writing x squared plus 8x plus 12 minus 12 is equal to 0 minus 12. Sakto na? So para ang pag-transfer, add ka sa opposite sign. Or kung mo-transfer kag number to the other side of the equation, it changes its sign or operation. So bakante na, bantay mo, after sa 8x plus na ay duha ka parentheses nga space. So missing ang third term sa perfect square trinomial. So unsa gid dapat ang third term? It should be 16. Yun sa paghuhang 16. So ang middle term kay 8 katunga sa 8 is 4. Ang square sa 4, squaring the half of 8. So katunga sa 8 is 4. 4 square, 16. So kung sa gi-add sa left side, kay gipuno ng 16, mo sa ipuno po sa right side mo ng plus 16. Kabantay mo puro yellow, gituyo ko nag yellow para ma-emphasize nga kung sa gipuno. Next, if the trinomial on the left side is a perfect square trinomial, so therefore ang iyang binomial factors should be the same. O parehas lang x plus 4 o x plus 4. Puro plus. Kaya ang trinomial are using puro plus man sad. Mahimo ra siyang minus minus if ang middle term, which is 8x, is minus. But since puro man plus, so plus plus ang yang binomial factors only applicable sa perfect square trinomial. Not all trinomials are perfect square trinomial man, no? So therefore sa kanira siya mo apply. Then followed by equals. Then negative 12 plus 16 or 16 minus 12 is 4. Muna naka yellow siya kay mo yung final answer. Sa kana nga linya. So we factor the perfect square trinomial on the left side and add those at the right side. What's next? Sa CTS method. Okay. We rewrite ang duha ka binomials into the square of x plus 4. Kaya parehar man sila. So pwede rin masuot as the square of the binomial x plus 4 equal to 4. Then to solve for the value of x, we will eliminate the exponent 2 sa binomial nga base x plus 4. So the only way to eliminate exponent 2 is to put or make use of the square root property. If we put square root on the left side of the equation, we also write square root on the right side of the equation. So that is extracting the root of both sides of the equation para patas. Next, so ang square root may makapatangtang sa exponent nga 2. So therefore, inigre-write ni mo niya sa next part sa solution, that would be x plus 4 na lang, wala na ang parentheses, wala na po ang exponent. Then followed by equals. Then ang square root sa 4, kaya bawat nga 4 is a perfect square, so the root of 4 is 2. Positive and negative 2. It has two signs, gidahali pwede ka masuot ka nga 2 ra gyud. Positive, negative 2. Then to solve for x, ang kanang plus 4, mo man siya labot no, need siya ibalhin sa right side mo, labang siya to the right side. So ang positive 4 ni balhin may mo siyang negative 4. Siya ang unang isuwat una pa ang plus minus 2. So here, in order to find the values of x, we will combine the numbers at the right side. So kanang positive 4 i-combine nga to siya sa right side. Iipon siya sa positive negative 2. So we have two signs man, plus or minus. So therefore pwede mabuwag. So x sub 1 should be equal to negative 4 using plus, then 2. Negative 4 plus 2 is equal to negative 2, ang first value of x. The second value of x, or the second root, is negative 4. Magamit siya sa minus 2 equals, okay, since puro mo siya negative, so the answer would be negative 6. So our roots are negative 2 and negative 6. This is a review raha sa module 1. Pero kanina siya nga method, CTS method will be used sa atong lesson karon. How? On the other hand, the process of transforming quadratic functions from standard form denoted by y is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c into its vertex form, which is written as y is equal to a times the square of the binomial x minus h plus k, can be done using the CTS method in a different way. Wala iso ha. CTS method siya pero sa lahi nga pamaagi. How? Unsaon way na sir? Okay. So what would be the process? First step. First is we need to isolate the given. Sa isolate sa what siya is to transfer or ibuwag. We isolate the given third term of the quadratic function into another subgroup or parenthesis in order to supply the missing third term of the perfect square trinomial of the given function, considering the following conditions. Pero na iduha condition. First condition. If the given quadratic trinomial contains third term that is positive, so sa may third term sa given equation nga y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, so may third term niya ang c, which is constant. Kung ang constant kuno is positive, regardless of even or odd number pa na siya, kung positive siya, usay mahitabo di ay ini ka usab niya, then the additional third term on the first subgroup. So ang first subgroup is ang pasabot ana ang trinomial, ang perfect square trinomial, shall always be using positive, plus or positive ang third term sa first subgroup. Then while in the second subgroup it will be negative. Para maklaro na siya. This one. The given is y is equals to x squared plus 8x plus 9. So kanang giyelo nga plus 9 is the third term. Nga natin nga positive siya. So sa buhaton, asa man na makita ang plus og minus. Dara. Y is equal to, ang first subgroup is naka-bracket, x squared plus 8x plus blank, then close bracket. Then plus the second subgroup. Ang kadin magikan ang kanang plus sir nga nagawa sa bracket. Ang plus gikan na siya sa plus 9. So kung unsay operation sa third term mo na may isuwat. Then before open bracket 9. Then sir minus lagi. Oh. Pero sa magamit ang plus ug minus only kung ang third term is positive. So positive 9 man na. So plus sa first subgroup sa trinomial plus blank, then iyang second subgroup would be 9 minus blank. Okay, so plus and minus. Okay, next, if the given quadratic function y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, kung ang c contains is negative. If it contains third term that is negative, then the additional third term on the first subgroup should always be positive gihapon. While on the second subgroup, it will be plus na. Ganina, kung positive ang third term, plus minus. Karon, kung negative ang third term, plus plus. Sa example, same gihapon, y, giusabra, gi-minus na siya. Y is equal to x squared plus 8x minus 9. So, sa may tabo. First subgroup, x squared plus 8x plus blank. Then, minus man ang nasa ibabaw, minus 9. So, minus ang operation niya nasa gawas. In between sa duha ka subgroup. So, ang second subgroup is 9 plus blank. Close bracket. Ganina, plus blank, minus blank. Kani, plus blank, plus blank. So, kung saan magamit ang plus plus, kung negative ang third term. Kung saan magamit ang plus minus, kung positive ang third term. So, duha condition. So, what is the second step? The second step is to factor out the first subgroup of trinomial into two equal binomials. Since it's a perfect square trinomial, and combine also the numbers in the second subgroup. Kana. Kato mga blank-blank. So, may buhatot sa mga blank-blank. Okay. Kaning step number 2, this is using the example nga negative ang third term. Ako rin yung gi-follow ha. Ako rin gisunod ra. Negative ang third term ang example ani. So, the example is y is equal to x squared plus 8x minus 9. So, ang second line sa iyong solution would be y is equal to the trinomial is x squared plus 8x plus 16. Din kag 16. Kaya katunga sa middle term nga 8 is 4. The square of 4 is 16. So, plus 16. So, ang second subgroup, kung sa i-add nimo plus 16, mo po yung i-add po sa second subgroup plus 16. Bantay? Kagets na? Okay. Next, we will also combine the numbers on the second subgroup. Okay. Factor out the first subgroup. So, ang nahitabo di ay is gikan sa original equation, gifill inan ang third term sa perfect square trinomial plus the same number nga gi-add sa second subgroup. Then the third step is kani pag-factor out sa first subgroup. Since x squared plus 8x plus 16 is a perfect square trinomial, therefore the binomial factors are x plus 4, x plus 4. Pareha gina. Then copy minus sign nga naa sa gawa sa mga parentheses. Then 9 plus 16 is 25. 3. Step 3. Rewrite the two equal binomials into a square of a binomial. Then copy the number on the second subgroup following the sign of the greater number. So gyud sana. Andara y is equal to okay. 2x plus 4 pwede ra suwaton as x plus 4 square. Then minus 25. So wala na yung parentheses. Kaya tungod ang number so sa parentheses is already positive. Nya mo overrule man na ang minus nga operation sa gawas. Unless kung ang number so sa parentheses is a negative number nya minus sign sa operation sa gawas, that will become positive. Mahimo ra siyang plus 25 if ang 25 mismo so sa parentheses is negative. Pero positive ba na 25, so ma-retain ra ang minus nga operation. So we have only 3 steps, no? Mo siya. So example, something time, number 1 example. The given is y is equal to x squared minus 12x plus 30. First step is to fill in the third term, the perfect square trinomial. I-add po the same number or subtract the same number to the second subgroup. Since our third term is positive 30, so tayo ruling kung positive ang third term, ang second step is first step. Ang first step would be plus minus. So y is equal to x square minus 12x plus 36. Ganun, plus 36 din kag plus 36. Kaya ang katunga sa middle term nga 12, pila? Katunga sa 12, 6. Regardless of sign, no? Katunga sa 12 is 6. 6 square is 36. Always man na positive ang third term sa perfect square trinomial mo ng plus 36. Since positive man ang third term, so kung plus ang first subgroup, ang second subgroup is minus. Ang iyang in-between operation sa duha ka subgroup is plus. Kay positive 30 man ang nasa babaw. Okay? Second step is to factor out the trinomial into two equal binomials. Then add the numbers on the second subgroup. So, ang binomial factors sa trinomial nga x squared minus 12x plus 36 are x minus 6 ug x minus 6. Ngano? Negative 6 times negative 6 is positive 36. Negative 6 plus negative 6 is negative 12. So, dili pwede mag-lain-lain nga sign ha. It should be the same. Then, we copy the plus sign in between sa duha ka subgroup. Then, 30 minus 36 is negative 6. O, kanan dapita. Ang sign sud sa parenthesis is negative. Ang operation nga nasa gawa sa parenthesis is positive. What will happen? Okay, mo na siya mahitabo. We will rewrite ang duha ka binomial as a square of a binomial. Okay, same naman no? The square of the binomial is binomial times itself. Muna x minus 6 square. Ang operation before sa negative 6 is plus man. So, pwede rin na ma-ignore ang plus kaya ang sign sa parenthesis is negative. So, kopyahon ang sign sa greater nga number. So, minus 6. Example number 2. Y equals x squared plus 4x minus 9. So, sa first step. Ang first example, ang third term is positive. Ang second example, ang third term is negative. So, ang samitabo, plus plus. So, first step is to fill in the third term, the perfect square trinomial. Then, add the same number on the second subgroup. So, we rewrite the equation as y is equal to ang first subgroup x squared plus 4x plus 4. Ding lagi kano plus 4. Okay, middle term ng 4, katunga niya is 2. Then the square of 2 is 4. So plus 4, ang second subgroup should also be plus 4. Ganong plus plus? Kaya ang atong third term sa given equation is negative. Yang anong minus ang iyang in between operation sa duha ka subgroup kay negative ang ato ang given third term. So after separating on the second subgroup, nakuha sa kuan pod sa first subgroup pinagi sa pagkuha sa third term. Second step. Okay. We get the binomial factors of the perfect square trinomial nga x squared plus 4x plus 4. So x plus 2, x plus 2. Okay, 2 times 2, 4. Kanang yellow. Then 2 plus 2 is 4. Middle term 4x. Then copy minus separation sign. Gawa sa parin duha ka subgroup. Then 9 plus 4 is 13. Okay. So muna factor out. Nag-add ang numbers on the second subgroup. Last step. Third step is squaring the binomial. X plus 2, then square. Then minus 13. So, wala na yung parentheses ha. I-ignore na ang parentheses. Kaya kung kibawta nga, dili mausab ang sign or operation gawas sa parentheses. Okay. So, those are the final answer for example 1, example 2. So, ginanaon pagsuwat ang vertex form of the quadratic function gikan sa standard form. How about another example? Challenge nga examples. Okay. Third example and fourth example are examples wherein Atong middle term, puro mga odd number. Ganina, example 1 and 2, atong middle term, kay puro even. Okay, how about if odd number ang middle term, like 9x? So first step is to separate 15 on the second subgroup. O, gibuwag, kita ka. 9 plus, nya, open parenthesis, 15. Nasa second subgroup in order to get the third term, the perfect square trinomial in the first subgroup. Question. Lusog yung sa pagkuha 81 over 4? O, paray ganina. Pagsugod sa lesson 1. Yung sa pagkuha 81 over 4? Okay. Ang middle term na ito is 9. Katunga sa 9 is, di man pwede makuha katunga sa 9. So, 9 over 2. Then, the square of 9 over 2. So, what is 9 over 2 times 9 over 2? 9 times 9 is 81. 2 times 2, 4. Muna 81 over 4. Nga, ang given third term na to kay positive 15 man. So, mugamit og plus minus. So, kabantay mo, plus 81 over 4 minus 81 over 4 sa pika subgroup. Okay. More gray bantayan. Next. Second step. Factoring out the perfect square trinomial into two equal binomials. So, ang bin gikan ng 81 over 4, gikan siya sa 9 over 2 times 9 over 2. So, therefore, nagsuot mo sa duha ka binomial, muna na x plus 9 over 2 o x plus 9 over 2. Ana. Result to siya, ang kanan over 2, muna siya ang original niya nga pag-multiply sa 1/2 ngadto sa middle term nga 9 before pa siya gi-square. Then, plus, so may yun sa pag-solve ang second subgroup. Nganong diin ng 60 minus 81 over 4, sir? Okay. We cannot add directly 15 or we cannot subtract directly 15 minus the fraction 81 over 4. Rather, just understood nga 15, yung denominator kay 1. So, 15 over 1 minus 81 over 4. So, when we subtract, unlike fractions that doesn't have the same denominator, so meaning ang iyahang common denominator is 4. Muna yung common denominator kay 4. So to get the common, kung natay common denominator, napatay common numerator, usap pa numerator. But since the denominator of 15 is 1, 15 over 1. So to get the common numerator, we divide the common denominator nga to sa duha ka denominators, 1 og 4. So, common denominator 4 divided by 1 ubos sa 15. So, 4 divided by 1 is 4. Then, multiply sa numerator. So, 4 divided by 1 is 4. 4 times 15 is 60. Then, copy minus. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Times 81 is 81. Manang 60 minus 81 over 4. Okay? Subtandra, kung ganahan mo, tinambanon niyo og suwat pag sketch paper. Next, third step is to rewrite the binomials into a square binomial. So, ano? Ang duha ka x plus 9 over halves, gisuwat ra as x plus 9 over halves. Then, square sa gawas. Then, nga nung minus na, sir? Minus 21 over 4, din nagkikan. When we and copy the number of the second subgroup following the sign of the greater number, we cannot directly copy the number of the second subgroup kanang 60 minus 81 unless kung ato siyang gi-subtract daan. So ang result dahil sa pag-subtract sa 60 minus 81, kay bawta ang 60 is gamay pa sa 81. So 60 minus 81 is negative 21 over denominator 4. So that should be negative 21 over 4. Nya na may operation gawa sa parenthesis nga plus. So kanang plus nga operation, ma-ignore niya na siya. Kay mo prevail man ang negative nga sign na negative 21 over 4 or minus 21 over 4. So, mo to siya. The last example, when the middle term is also negative. Example, y is equal to x squared minus 5x minus 7. First step is to get the third term of the perfect square trinomial. So, question. Diin gikan ang 25 over 4. Kaya atong middle term kay negative, negative 5, no? So, negative 5 or 5. Para lagyan po na. Kaya regardless of negative or positive ang middle term, square naman niya, kaya positive lagyan po na. So, the half of 5 is 5 over 2 or 5 halves. Then the square of 5 halves, that is 5 over 2 times 5 over 2. Diba? When you square 5 halves, that means 5 halves times 5 halves. So 5 times 5 is 25, 2 times 2 is 4. Mo ng 25 over 4. Since example number 4 contains a third term which is negative 7. So unlike sa number 3, positive 15. So ang iyahang gipang puno plus minus. Sa number 4, negative ang atong third term which is negative 7. So atong ipang puno plus plus. So plus 25 over 4 plus 25 over 4. Ang operation in between sa duha ka subgroup is minus. Wag yun na mausab. Then open parenthesis 7. Then we copy the same nag-i-add sa first subgroup na positive 25 over 4. Second step is to rewrite factor out the perfect square trinomial into two binomials equal. So diin gikan ang 25 over 4 gikan sa 5 over 2 o 5 over 2. Pero nga sir nga puro siya minus minus. Why? Ma-minus minus siya kung ang middle term is negative. Kaya itong middle term kay negative 5x man. So dapat ang operation sa duha ka binomial should be minus. Mahimo siyang plus plus if ang middle term is positive 5x. Negative 5x man na. So, therefore, ang duha ka binomial, puro minus. Then, copy minus, operation sign, gawa sa duha ka subgroup. Then, again, pareha sa number 3. Sir, ang 7 plus 25 over 4 na himong 28 plus 25 over 4. Di nagikan. Ibawtang ang whole number 7, ang iyang denominator kay 1. 7 over 1 plus 25 over 4. So, ang common denominator sa 1 over 4 is 4. So, to get the common numerator, that is exactly 4. Hindi na ito divide kay iba mo nga. Ang 4 divided by 1 is still 4 magyapon. Directly ignoring na lang ang denominator, ang imaginary denominator nga 1 ubos sa 7. So, directly na lang common denominator 4 i-multiply sa 7. 4 times 7 is 28. Copy plus. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 25 is 25. 1 and 28 plus 25 over 4. Last step. Okay. Squaring the same binomial. That is the square of x minus 5 halves. Then, din gikan ang negative 53 over 4 or minus 53 over 4. Okay ka na. Ang second subgroup is 28 plus 25. That is exactly 53 over denominator nga 4. Positive, no? Pero ang operation na sa gawas is minus man. So therefore, gamito niya ang minus nga operation. So, mo na siya. So far, nasabdan ra? Nasabdan ra ba? Okay. So, to recheck our solutions sa examples 1, 2, 3, and 4, pwede nyo mag-manual mo using scratch paper para makuha dyan, ma-recall dyan niya ang process. Okay, let's move on to the activity. So, what to answer in activity 7.1? We will only answer items 1, 3, and 5. Next step. Next lesson. Lesson number 2. Writing in vertex form of the quadratic function using CTS method gihapon when a is greater than 1. So, lahi na sad ni. Kinara. Short quiz. Identify the leading numerical coefficient. Leading numerical coefficient represented by a. of each equation represented by the quadratic term ax squared. So leading numerical coefficient. So ang first term is represented by ax squared. Ang iyang leading numerical coefficient is represented by a. So a represents any number, no? Okay. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So ang mga answer ani. Dara. So sa number 1, x square man. So imaginary 1 ang iyahang value sa a. Sa number 2, x square gihapon, imaginary 1. Number 3, 2x square. So obviously ang a is 2. Number 4, ang a is positive 3. 3x square. So a is 3. Then number 5, 5x square. Therefore the value of the a is 5. So sayon ra, no? Okay. How useful is that pag-identify sa value of a? What do you think will be the approach in transforming quadratic functions into vertex form when a is greater than 1? What steps in lesson 1 that are still applicable to lesson 2? So asa atong when a is greater than 1? So balik tabi. Recall. Asa ana? Ang a is dako pa sa 1. So naa sa example number 3, 4, and 5. Kaya nga naman, ang a sa number 3 kay 2. Ang a sa number 4 kay 3. Ang a sa number 5 is 5. So buhaton ana. Okay. So what are the steps to follow? First step, transfer the third term of the given function to the left side, joining variable y. Adara. Okay, the given quadratic function is y is equal to 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. So si buhaton. Transfer the third term of the given function to the left side, joining variable y. So ang third term is positive 5 plus 5. Inigbalin sa plus 5 to the left side, mahimong minus 5. So mo na, no? Y minus 5 is equal to 2x squared minus 4x. Transfer pa na, first process. Second step, to achieve a leading coefficient of 1 in ax squared. So sige represent sa ax squared din sa given equation, that is 2x squared. So para mahimo na siyang 1 sa buhaton, we factor out the expression on the right side of the equation. Okay, kana gi-box. I-factor out ang expression kanang gi-box nga 2x squared minus 4x. They're common, ini-factor out na niya sa meaning pagamian. So ang common factor niya sa duha ka numbers nga 2x squared minus 4x, iyang common factor is 2. So may tabo mo na siya. Y minus 5 is equal to 2 times the binomial x squared minus 2x y. Kaya common factor man kaha is 2. So gawas ang 2. Ini-multiply sa 2 nga to sa binomial. 2 times x squared is 2x squared. Makuha na siya nasa box, no? Kanang gi-circular ng yellow. Then 2 times negative 2x, negative 4x. Makuha gyapon. Okay. Third step. As we supply the missing third term, the perfect square trinomial on the right side, which will be multiplied to the factored number outside the trinomial, the same will be added to the left side of the equation. Okay. Para ma-figure out ni kaning statement. So, sa tinahitabuan ni sir. Okay, kana. As we supply the missing third term, the perfect square trinomial on the right side. So, kaning ang right side is composed of equals 2 times x squared minus 2x plus 1. So, kabatay mo na gipuno nga plus 1. Originally, wala magina plus 1, no? Katurang 2 times x squared minus 2x. So, diba ito nga, napa na siya missing third term. So, ganoon sa paghuhang 1. Ganina, recall mo. So, x squared minus 2x. So, middle term is 2x or 2. So, half of 2, kapilit ka nga sa 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. the square of 1, 1 square. 1 times 1, that is positive 1. Munang positive 1 nga yellow. So, kung kanang positive 1, gipuno na siya para makompleto ang perfect square trinomial. So, ang kanang positive 1, ma-appeal na po na siya o multiply ngadto sa 2 nga nasa gawas. Kay kung imo siyang i-multiply, ang 3 terms, ang trinomial, i-multiply mo siya sa 2 nga nasa gawas sa parenthesis, ma-create na siya og laing nga form no, sa equation. So, meaning, kanang plus 1, gipuno man siya sa right side, might as well said nga ipuno kung sa gibuhat sa right side sa equation, since equation man no, kung sa puno sa right side mo sa ipuno po sa left side. So kadabantay mo na ay mga gi-yellow jud na ang tono, ang 2 ug ang 1 sa right side nya na ay 2 ug 1 sa left side. Kaya originally y minus 5 naman 2 equals, so kanang nagipuno nga plus 2 times 1. Pareha po na siya makita sa right side nga na ay 2 ug ang 1. Kaya gipuno man. Ana. So pareha gid sila. Left side, right side. Number 4. Simplify the expression on the left side of the equation. So sa pag-simplify anang y minus 5 plus 2 times 1. Then find the binomial factors or same binomials of the perfect square trinomial on the right side. So asa ng perfect square trinomial or PST kanang trinomial nga naa sa right side, represented by x squared minus 2x plus 1. So unsa di iyang binomial factors ana nga dapat pareha? Okay, that 1. So as I rewrite, that becomes y nya minus 5 plus 2. Munang plus 2 na lang, kaya ang 2 times 1 is still 2 magyapon. So ng plus 2 nya gibox na pud siya, equals copy 2. Then agi simplify pang left side ani, wala pa usba ang nasa right side. Munang gi-copy pa na ako ang 2 times trinomial x squared minus 2x plus 1. Sa second line sa step number 4, diya binagsala na ako para makita. Pero dapat unta ang akong isuot ani is kanang second line, y minus 3. Pero gipakita ako ngano nahimo siyang y minus 3. Di man gikan ang y minus 3. Gikan siya sa y minus 5 plus 2. Kaya negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3 or minus 3. Then right equals, then 2, then duha ka binomial nga x minus 1. Kaya negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1 sa trinomial. Negative 1 plus negative 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 middle term sa trinomial. Fifth step, convert the right side of the equation into a squared expression. So more or less parihara po siya sa kuan sa CTS method sa lesson number 1. Converting the right side of the equation into a squared expression. Then transfer the number beside y to the right side of the equation by changing its sign or addition property of equality. So sa number 4 atong gisuwat nga y minus 3, pag step number 5 y na lang siya. So asa ang minus 3 sir? Nibalhin siya sa left side, nahimo siyang plus 3. Remember, when we transfer a number or a variable to the other side of the equation, it changes its operation or sign by addition property of equality. Ana. Then copy 2. Then ang duha ka x minus 1 gi-rewrite as square of x minus 1. Then plus 3. Nasabdan ra ang process. So we have 5 steps to follow. Okay. To explain further, we have examples number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Daghano na to para kuan jud masabtan. Example 1. The given is y is equal to 2x squared minus 12x plus 19. So step number 1. I-transfer ang plus 19 to the left side, it becomes minus 19. So y minus 19 is equal to 2x squared minus 12x. Second step. I-factor out ang right side. So copy ko y minus 19 is equal to 2 times x squared minus 6x. So ang common factor sa 2 ug 12 is 2. Munang 2 na sa gawa sa parentheses. Then times x squared. Okay, 2 times x squared is 2x squared. Copy minus. Then the factor para ang i-multiply sa 2 para magawas ang 12 is negative 6x. So 2 times negative 6x, negative 12x. Munang nasa ibabaw. So that comprises our step 2. Step 3. Nagpuno na ta og third term of the perfect square trinomial. O wa na ko na yellow ang 9 nga nasa right side. Kabantay mo. So sa left side, copy y minus 19, then plus 2 times 9. Di nang gikan ng 9? O, sa right side. Perfect square trinomial. Kaya ang expression is x squared minus 6x man plus blank. So katunga sa 6 is 3. 3 square is 9. So plus 9 dripikas o 2 times 9. Next. Wala sir, ganong y minus 1 na lang na. So di na gikan. Y minus 19 plus 2 times 9. What is 2 times 9? 18. So y minus 19 plus 18. Or what is negative 19 plus 18? Basta ko pa negative 19 no. Labaw siya gusta. So negative 19 plus 18 is negative 1. So munang y minus 1. Copy equals, bring down 2. Then i-factor ang perfect square trinomial nga x squared minus 6x plus 9 into x minus 3 o x minus 3. Puro siya minus, tungkol kaya itong middle term is negative 6x. Next step. Okay. Y equals 2. Then the square of x minus 3. Giusara. Anong plus 1? Kaya ang negative 1 gikan sa left side inigbalhin plus 1. Second example. Y equals 2x squared plus 16x plus 31. First step. Ang positive 31 igbalhin minus 31. So y minus 31 equals 2x squared plus 16x. Second step. Factor out the right side. So copy y minus 31 equals 2 times binomial x squared plus 8x. Okay, 2 times x squared, 2x squared. Okay, common factor sa 216 is 2 man. So ang 2 nasa gawa sa parentheses. So 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times 8x, 16x. Next. Before ma-solve ang left side, atong explain ang nasa right side. Equal to 2. Giyelo ang 2 no? Times parenthesis the trinomial x squared plus 8x plus 16 din ang 16. Kaya ang katunga sa 8 is 4. 4 square is 16. So napuno ang 16. So napoy 16 sa left side mo nang yellow 16. Nya napoy tapad niya 2. Kay 2 sa nasa right side. Step 4. Oh, nganong y plus 1. Yun sa. So 2 times 16 is 32. Then positive 2 times 16 is positive 32 nya na ay minus negative 31 naguna niya. So kung basahon mo siya balik, y minus 31 plus 32 or 32 minus 31 pila. So ang positive 32 minus 31 obviously positive 1 mo ng y plus 1 equal to 2 times kuha ba yung mga factors sa perfect square trinomial nga x square sa x square plus 8x plus 16. So 4 o 4 mo ng 2 ka x plus 4. Step 5. Okay, we bring down y equals 2, then ang 2 ka x plus 4 gi-write as the square of x plus 4, then minus 1. Then gikan minus 1 gikan sa positive 1 nga nasa left side, yung balhin minus 1. Okay, sample time. Okay, kanina ning mga fraction. Kung ang middle term sa perfect square trinomial is an odd number sa mahitabo. So the given expression is y equals 3x squared plus 9x minus 12. So to rewrite, ang negative 12 dinigbalhin plus 12. So y plus 12 equals, bring down 3x squared, bring down plus 9x. Next, factor out the right side. So copy y plus 12 equals 3. Ang common factor sa 3 ug 9 is 3. Munang na 3 sa gawas sa parentheses. Then, i-multiply. 3 times x squared, 3x squared. 3 times 3x, 9x. Step 3. To get the third term of the perfect square trinomial 9/4, di nagikan. Okay, ignoring saan ang 3 nga yellow nga nasa gawas sa parentheses. To get the third term, the perfect square trinomial, so ang middle term is 3x, no? So katunga sa 3, di makuha. So half sa 3 is 3 halves naman gyapon, 3/2. The square of 3/2. 3/2 times 3/2 is 9/4. So ang gipuno 9/4 right side, naapoy 9/4 sa left side. Ang tapad niya gawa sa parenthesis is 3, kay 3 man ang nakasuwat po sa right side sa equation. Next. Olo sir, nilibog na. Ano na sa sir? Okay. I rewrite as y plus. Kibaw ko ang 12 is a whole number, no? Pero ako nang gituig fraction para magtapad ang duha ka nagsunod nga number nga puro fraction. So, whole number 12, iyang denominator kay 1. Munang 12/1 plus 3 times the fraction 9/4. When we multiply whole number and fraction, we multiply the whole number nga to sa numerator 9. Kaya understood mo na nga ang whole number 3 is numerator. Times tapos siya sa numerator sa fraction. So 3 times 9 is 27. Copy denominator 4. Equals 3. Then, ang binomial factors sa perfect square trinomial nga x squared plus 3x plus 9/4 are duha ka x plus 3/2 nya puro positive. Kaya din magikan ang 9/4, gikan siya sa duha ka 3 halves. 3 times 3 9, 2 times 2 4 na 9/4. Okay, so far nasabtan pang step 4. Okay, kasi batong sunod sir, step number 4 pagyapon ni, kaya ito pa ninggi anong step part gyapon siya sa step 4 kay wa man na usab ang right side. Same gyapon 3 times duha ka binomial nga x plus 3 halves. Ana usab ang nasa left side. Ato gi anam-anam nag-simplify. Wala sir, gyud sa na pag-combine nimo ang duha ka fraction. Okay. Same ganina ang process. Kay bawta nga ang duha ka fraction dili sa parehong denominator, 1 ug 4. Therefore ang common denominator is 4. Muna sa next nga line mo ng y plus taas kay ang bagi sa fraction. Common denominator sa 1 ug 4 is 4. 4 divided by 1 is 4. Then 4 times divide, multiply. Divide, multiply, no? Common denominator divided by first denominator, result times the first numerator. Then common denominator times second denominator times the second numerator. Ang process. So 4 divided by 1 is 4. 4 times 12, 48. Plus dayon ang nagpatunga ang sign. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 27 is 27. Bring down equals 3. Yan, duha ka binomial factors. Ako rin copy. Kaya ato i-resolve ang nasa left side ng mga numbers. So, kung makita ninyo na ay arrow, behind the scene is siya. Okay, when we add 48 o 27, that is exactly 75 over denominator 4. So mahog siya y plus 75/4 equals right side. So kibaw to sa step number 5, ang kaning 75/4, positive 75/4, mobali na siya sa right side. So mo ni may tabo. So giri-write ang duha ka binomial. You write an same binomials as the square of the binomial. Munang square of x plus 3 halves. Gikopy ang y equals 3. Square of x plus 3 halves. Then din gikan ang negative minus 75 over 4. O, kana nasa left side. Nga gibox. Positive 75 over 4. Nagbalhin, mahimo siyang negative 75 over 4. Kana. So, ma-fraction ra ang binomial factor sa perfect square trinomial kung ang middle term sa perfect square trinomial kay odd number. Last example sa lesson 2. Y equals 3x squared minus 11x minus 8. First step, okay. Ang negative 8 inigbalhin plus 8. Manang y plus 8 is equal to 3x squared minus 11x. Step 2. Give factor out ang nasa right side. Copy y plus 8 equals 3. Wala may common factor ang 3 o 11. Pero pinaka gamay nga number is 3 man. So dapat 3 man sa gawas. 3 times x squared is 3x squared. Para mo proportionate siya nga magawas gyud po ng 11. So therefore ang imong multiply sa sulod should contain the same number nga naa sa original nga 11 over denominator sa number nga imong i-multiply. Y 3 times negative 11 is negative 3 times 11 over 3 is the same gyapon sa negative 11x. Y 3 times 11 33 na siya. 33 divided by 3 is 11. Negative 11 negative 11x gyapon siya. Di ba? Nakuha ba? 3 times 11 is 33. 33 divided by 3 is 11. Negative 11. Next. Okay. Ang pag-resolve sa right side. Ang given sa right side kay 3 times x squared minus 11 third x plus blank na siya, no? Okay, missing man ang third term sa perfect square trinomial. So, ang question there, diyon sa pagkuha ang third term sa perfect square trinomial nga 121 over 36. Originally, ang atong middle term is 11 over 3. Disregard na ang sign nga negative. Basta ang middle term kay 11 over 3 times 1/2. Di makain ko katunga sa 11 over 3. Wala may katunga sa 11 over 3, no? But if tinambanan mo siya, 11 over 3 times 1/2. So 11 times 1 is 11. 3 times 2 is 6. Sakto ba? 11 over 3 times 1/2. So 11 times 1 is 11. 3 times 2 is 6. So the result is 11 over 6. Then half pa to siya. Times 1/2. How about the square? So the square of 11 over 6, unsa man na siya? Pila. 11 over 6 times 11 over 6. So 11 times 11, 121. 6 times 6, 36. Mo na siya. So 121 over 36. Mo na gipuno. So manang 3 times 121 over 36. Nga gipuno sa left side. Next. Same sa example number 3. Gi-resolve ang whole number 8 ug ang fraction. Okay. I write y plus 8 over 1 kay whole number 8 na denominator nga 1 plus ang 3 i-multiply siya sa 121 over 36. Instead of multiplying 3 sa 121 over 36, ako na lang gi-reduce ang 3 og 36. Reducible man na kay 3 instead of multiplying pwede man ma-reduce. Kaya ang 3 is whole number man, ano, babaw. Yung 36 is denominator, so pwede rin ma-reduce. So pila ka unsay common factor sa 336? That is 3. So pila ka 3 sa 3? That is 1. Pila ka 3 sa 36? 12. So manang nahitabo plus 121 when usab sa numerator plus 121 over 12. So, unsa ba itong tracer nga nasa gawa sa parenthesis? Wala na to siya. Kaya apart man to siya sa pag-reduce sa 3 og 36. Munang 12 equals 3. Then, ikuha ang binomial factors sa perfect square trinomial. So, din to gikan ang 121 over 36. Gikan sa 11 over 6. Duha ka 11 over 6. Yung anong minus minus? Kaya ang middle term is negative 11 over 3x. Mo ng x minus 11 over 6, x minus 11 over 6. Kaya pa? Sige lang. Step number 4 gihapon. Akong gi-resolve ang nasa left side. Ikopya na ko ang nasa right side, no? Equals 3 times duha ka binomial nga x minus 11 over 6. Ang nasa left side akong gi-resolve. Y plus taas king bagis. Ang common denominator sa 1 ug 12 kay 12. 12, to get the common numerator, i-divide sa denominators, then multiply sa numerators. So 12 divided by 1 is 12. 12 times 8 is 6. 12 divided by 12 is 1. 1 times 121 is 121. Muna. So, to add 96 og 121, that is exactly 217 over denominator 12. Nya, positive gina siya. So, mahitabo ang pagbasa niya is y plus 217 over 12 equals 3 times duha ka x minus 11 over 6. So, step 5 would be kabawon ta nga ang positive 217 over 12 ibalhin mo no, mahimo siyang negative 217 over 12. Then copy y equals 3, the square of the same binomial na x minus 11 over 6. Yeah, minus 217 over 12. Ana, nakaya pa. Hinahinay lang yun. Masabdan ra. So, what's more, on activity 7.2, you will only answer items 1 and 3 ra gyud. Duha ray ansiran ha, dili ansiran tanan, pero dili maglibog. Okay, lastly, lesson number 3. The vertex form of the quadratic function using HK method. So this is another method, no? Dili na CTS. So what's new? Review. Identify which of the given functions can be written in vertex form. Right? Yes, if it can be written in vertex form. Otherwise, no if not. Okay, going back to our module number 7, in continuation of lesson number 3. The last lesson is writing quadratic function from standard form into vertex form using HK method. So what's new? In this exercise, we will identify which of these functions can be written in vertex form or already written in vertex form. Right? Yes, if it can be written or already written in vertex form, or otherwise, no, if not. So, we have there 5 equations, no? Yung lalayang pagkasuwat. So, sa itong judgment, ani. Okay. Number 1. Y is equal to 5x squared plus x plus 25 is written in standard form. Kay kanang y minus 25, ang negative 25, nigbalhin anak niya, may mo siyang plus 25. Standard form na siya sa quadratic function. Katong y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Standard form, dili vertex form. Number 2. Okay, number 2 is already in vertex form, no? Di siya pwede mausab na. Atong pangutana, atong iluhon kung asa sa mga equations nga nasuwat sa vertex form or wala pa nasuwat sa vertex form, so meaning standard form. So number 2 is already in vertex form. Check. Number 3. Y plus 2 is equals to 7x plus 2x squared. Inigre-write na niya, it will be written as y equals 2x squared. I-arrange lang nasa right side. Naguna na ang 2x squared followed by positive 7x. Then minus 2. Then ganong minus 2? kay ang plus 2 sa left side ang balhin nahimong minus 2, which is in standard form. Number 4. Number 4 is in vertex form nga naman. Ang gibalhin na ana ang plus 4 ra, ang y plus 4. Ang plus 4 ang gibalhin nahimo siyang minus 4. Then copy ra ang equals 2 times x plus 7 square, nya minus 4, which is in vertex form. Then lastly, number 5, y minus 8 is equals to the square of x minus 1 plus 7. So ang gibuhat ani y equals the square of x minus 1 din ng 15. Din ng 15. Din ng 15. Ang positive 7, then ang positive 7 gipunan siya og plus 8. Kaya negative 8 pagbalhin sa right side mahimo siyang plus 8. So ang pagbasa na niya is y equals the square of x minus 1 plus 7 plus 8. So 7 ng 8 is 15, which is also in vertex form. So pila ka equations nga in vertex form? Tulo ka buok. Number 2, 4, and 5. So only 1 and 3 ra are in standard form. Follow-up questions. Since items 1 and 3 are written in standard form, is there any way of rewriting this in vertex form aside from using CTS or completing the square method? Just like what we did in lesson 1 and lesson 2. Okay. Another convenient way of rewriting quadratic functions from standard to vertex form is using HK method as shown on the steps below. Lain na po na yung mga pamaagi. Okay, what are the steps to follow? First, identify the values of a and b of the given function. Example, the given equation is y equals 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. So, unsay a and b ana? A is 2 kay ax squared man, no? So, a is 2 kay 2x squared man. Then, b is negative 4 kay ang bx na to kay negative 4x. So, ang b is negative 4. Second step, plug in the values of a and b to the formula. H equals negative of the value of b over twice a. So, pila to ang value sa b? Negative 4. Ang a kay 2. So, the formula is h is equal to negative of the value of b. So, negative of negative 4 over 2 times a, which is 2. So, manang negative of negative 4, positive 4. 2 times 2, 4. So, 4 divided by 4 is 1. Therefore, our h is 1. 3. Plug in your answer for h, the formula k is equals to f of h. Ang f of h is just equal to f of x, which means that the value of h will replace the value of x in the original function. Ang original function, katong equation niya mismo. So, h is just equal to x. So, the given function is k is equals to f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. Mga original, no? So, ganina, ang pag-solve, h is 1. Munang k is equals to f of 1. Okay, ang value sa h parehara sa value sa x. Munang f of 1 is equal to 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 5. To continue, k is equals to f of 1. O pwede po na din suwato na ng f of 1. K is equals to 2. What is 1 square? 1 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Now, 2 times 1 is still 2 gihapon. Manang 2 minus 4. Kaya 4 times 1 is 4. So, manang 2 minus 4. Then plus 5. So, therefore, k is equal to 3. Ignore na lang f of 1. Pwede rin siya dili siya isuwat, ha. So nganong 3 man kay 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 5 or 5 minus 2 is 3. So ganina h is 1, next is k is 3. Lastly, write the vertex form of the quadratic function given in the format y is equals to a times the square of x minus h plus k given the values of a, h, and k. Sa original equation, balik tabi. So the original equation ganina, y equals 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. Okay. Padayon ta. Forward. Fast forward. Since a is 2, okay, 2x squared man, h is 1 based on the solution, k is 3 based on the second solution, then we can write the equation as y equals, o pulihan, ang equation nga y equals a times the square of x minus h plus k. So, y is equal to 2 times x minus. Kung mahitabo nga ang value sa h kay positive, minus kaya po na siya. Positive 1 man, so wala rin na usab sa operation nga x minus h. So, x minus 1 ra. X minus 1 square. Then, ang k is positive 3. So, plus 3. If nahitabo pa lang nga ang h is negative 1, nga ang original equation kay original formula is x minus h. So x minus negative 1, so may mo siya x plus 1 kana kung ang h negative. Kung ang tong k kay negative sad, so dito siya plus 3, may mo siyang minus 3 kana lang ha if ang h o k puro negative. Ma-change gyud ang ilang mga operation. Sabtan. Okay, next. Example 1 and 2. So, first step, identify A, B, and C. Napilikin C. A and B ra. The given first equation is y is equals to x squared plus 10x plus 21. So, say number tapos x squared, imaginary 1. That is the value of A. B is positive 10. Ignore na positive ang value sa C na siya labot. Formula sa H. H is equal to negative B over twice A is equal to ang nahitabo nga ang B is positive 10 man, so wari mausab negative of 10 over 2 times A which is 1. 2 times 1, so 2 times 1 is 2. Negative 10 divided by 2, negative 5. Check. Next, to solve for K, kung sa value sa H, i-plug in sa original function. So, k is equal to x squared plus 10x plus 21, wherein h is negative 5. So, mo nagisuwat nga k is equals to negative 5 square plus 10 times negative 5 plus 21. Kung nakabantay mo, gikopya na itong original equation, no? Gipulihan lang ang x of negative 5. Next step, k is equals to the square of negative 5 is negative 5 times negative 5, positive 25. Plus 10 times negative 5. 10 times negative 5, negative 50. Muna minus 50. Copy, plus 21. Muna negative 4, sir? Okay, explain. 25 minus 50, negative 25. Negative 25 plus 21. Kasi mas dako. Ang negative 25. So, negative 25 kuhaan og 21, napa siya negative 4. So, to write the equation, okay ni, nahitabo na gyud nga ang h negative, ang k negative. So, the original equation is y is equals to a times x minus h square plus k. So, inigsuwat na to ana, that is y equals x minus negative 5 before pag-square nya k minus 4. Kay double negative man siya, muna mahitabo siya nga plus na siya. Negative of negative 5, basta na ay negative sign gawa sa parentheses, that would mean positive. Kaya negative is positive. So y is equal to the square of x plus 5 minus 4. Mo na siya. Second example, y equals x squared minus 4x plus 6. A is 1, b is negative 4. So, dili na value sa c, unay labot. Equation, h equals negative b over twice a is equal to negative of b. So, negative sign sa gawas. Ang value sa b kay negative 4. So, na negative sign sa sud. Na negative sign sa gawas. So, mahimo siyang positive, no? Then 2 times a, which is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So negative of negative 4, positive 4. Positive 4 divided by 2 is positive 2. Next, to solve for k, when h is 2, positive 2, k equals x squared minus 4x plus 6. When x is 2, so k equals 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 6. K is 2 squared, which is 4. Negative 4 times 2, negative 8 plus 6. So, k is equal to 2. Ang answer, y. Kay 4 minus 8, negative 4. Negative 4 plus 6, or 6 minus 4 is 2. Pwede lang para dili maglibog o kalkiyuhan. Sharo naman sad. So, to write the equation in vertex form, h is positive 2. K is positive 2. So the equation will be y equals, walay value ang a, no? Kaya bantay mo sa first example, walay a. Kaya ang a nato sa original nga equation or function is 1. Kaya x squared man, imaginary 1. So a is 1. So same po sa number 2. X squared man siya. So imaginary 1 ang value sa a. So manang walay a o walay number gawas sa parentheses. So that would be y equals the square of x minus 2, kay positive ng h, then plus 2 sa gawas, kay ang k is positive 2. Okay? So karon sa argatong mahimong x plus h kung ang h is negative. Karon sa mahimo siyang minus k if ang value sa k kay negative sad. Okay? So that ends lesson number 3. So what's more found on activity 7.3? You'll only answer items 1, 3, and 5. Then after that, post test 1 to 10 letters only. So that's all for today. Thank you once again for participating in this virtual consultation. Stay safe always, guys. If there are questions, you can PM me through Facebook or Messenger. Thank you.